Oh, we got one enthusiastic person right there, right away. I'm not really here. You realize that, right? Cameo. I'm sure there's going to be a number of people watching here. We'll give it a few minutes. Build it and they shall come. Up to 7 already. Okay. Little thumbs up on there. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Field of Dreams. Build it and they shall come. Oh, Mazda 9 is happy. Thank you, Mr. Sand. Well, I don't know, man, but people are dropping like flies. Well, when you move to the Philippines, you're usually retirement age or around there. Now, Mark Thornton, I'm hearing a rumor that he had a massive heart attack and stroke. I'm supposed to be dead or something, or walking with a cane or something. I'm sure you heard myself on Big Kevin's show. Of course you have. I thought that was funny. Yeah, that's what I heard. Mark Thornton hasn't been on for 2 weeks, and people assume, but then I guess they found out some information that he might have had a massive heart attack, stroke. This is part of, and a lot of these people, as I've said a lot of times before on my show, they're not healthy in some form or way, and a lot of them are pretty obese, and that's, Mazda 9's a happy man. There we go. Mark, wow. There we go. 21 already here. So, it's, that's part of it. If you're going to be a YouTuber, you're retired, you're living in the Philippines, or planning to be here, whatever it is, it's part of an age thing, and it happens to every one of us. And it's not totally age related, although I think it's more lifestyle related than anything else really on here. Clint asked, Barry claims he never hit his wife. In his own words, he said, "Yeah, I beat the shit out of." Yeah, I know. What do you expect? Come on, Clint. It's just common sense. It's old hat. It's old hat is what it is. I expect the truth from him. His life actually depended on it. But yeah, through the years, we're getting people that are just dropping off. Hopefully, Bud Brown's wife does okay because she has a plethora of health issues. I think Bud Brown would be lost without his wife. And I understand that. You've been with somebody for so long, they become part of you. It's like losing an arm or something, It just becomes part of who you are. It's ingrained in you, the other person. I understand that. I've had losses in my family, and time and with other problems took its toll, and they've been gone. I'm still in touch with my uncle. He's in the top, what did they say, 0.13% or something. He's 100 in about 5 months, somewhere around that. Yeah, they do have a deep connection. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's the sad thing about life. You don't have any control of it. Well, not being fair to say, you do have control of what you do in your life. Things that might get you into trouble and things like that. There's certain things that are actually preventative. I'll show you. We have just been very rainy out here. It's just been very rainy. I'm about where all you all are at, but it's been just damp and wet, and we've had heavy rain showers and so forth. You can see everything is wet here. Yeah, I don't know. His burping. I mean, uh, look, I'm not trying to play doctor here, but you don't have symptoms like that unless there's. I mean, it's usually symptomatic of something that could be deeper, but I don't really give a shit, you know. That's something for him to take care of. But yeah, when you're constantly burping all day long, obviously something is causing that. That's not normal for anybody to burp all day long. Nothing that I know of. Unless you're constantly drinking carbonated beverages all day. I mean, I could do that, but I think it's just a thought. It could be something a lot deeper than that. Because no, who does that? I rarely ever burp. The only time I'll actually burp, and I don't drink soda, and I might have an occasional soda. And when I say occasional, every blue moon, and that's a long time, I'll burp because of the carbonation in there. 22 strong here. I think we're going to get more than that. Well, according to what time I'm doing my show here and who listens to me and where they live, actually. No, I haven't been on YouTube several weeks, actually, um, by choice. Every good thing comes to an end. Sometimes you got to wean off. I've been doing pretty well with that. I was kind of happy with the status quo. I was just listening. The only thing I did was I went on Big Kevin's show, and that was about it. Now, of course, Kevin's not totally innocent. He put the other guy on to create more drama. We all know that. Because I had a talk with him prior to that. I said, if I'm going to talk, I'm going to talk. And if you allow anybody else on, especially he knows who, then oh, someone's home from school. Yeah, it's Christmas time. We are having the dinner is just going to be between me and mine because the two kids that live here are going back to Cebu to see the dad. But her birthday's coming up on January 2nd, but we're not going to celebrate it till the 4th. That we're going to have a catering service. Definitely catering. Ah! She goes, she goes, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have I don't know what I could eat, though. I said, just make sure there's some curry chicken there. It's probably the only thing I could eat, really. So we did the ordering, and yeah, we're just going to have because the kids are going to Cebu, and so they're for Christmas time, but they're all going to be here. Most of them are going to be here. Be a big crowd. Yes, the basketball team is going to be here, and that would be for Mom's birthday. Yeah. What's the actual date regarding that five? I'm not really getting into this. I could definitely tell you that. Suppose all I know is there's a meeting today. That's all I can tell you. There's a meeting today. You can't always get what you want. You try so hard, you just might find you get what you need. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, I'm going to make sure she does. She always does. But this is a special birthday because she's turning 50, not 55 or 60. Right now, she's 49 years old. She's not an old granny, but, if you want to go by YouTube standards, where expats come here and they marry 18-year-olds, well, if you're going to measure those standards, you have nothing in common at all. You got to understand, I'm 20 years older than her. I'm a lucky guy. 20 years older. That would never happen in the United States. That just would not happen. I think people look at this the wrong way because they're so used to dating these bubblegum chewers, And then anybody that's actually of a mature age, you go, "Oh, she's a granny." A granny? Well, she is a grandmother. Technically, she's a granny, but shit, I'm 20 years older than her. She's 20 years younger than me. You can't beat that with a stick. It's a blessing to spend such occasions surrounded by those you love. Oh, absolutely. You know, some people have different definitions of what family is. Well, if it's not your blood, who said that? If it's not your blood, it's not family. Oh, come on, man, get real. My dog's not my blood, they're canines. They don't share my genes. They're my family. If I had a bird, be my family too. Some people just have a really in the antiquated or bizarro world uh, ideas of what comprises family. You know, the deepest family are those that you choose. Anybody could be your family. You know, it has nothing to do with blood. And blood is not thicker than water, by the way. I mean, they always say in that saying. You know, a lot of us have relatives, peers, whatever, that we're not in touch with. For whatever reason, it really don't matter. Yeah, I got a couple of family members I don't talk with, but that's just the way it is. People leave the nest, they go about their business. Some people change, not always for the good. But all you can do is say, hey, in regards to like I have a child, I raised her, did the best job I could. She's never abused by me. She had whatever she needed. She was taken care of medically in every single way. Even for a little cold, she'd be at the doctor. She wore good clothes. She was treated nice. I was a mother and a father to her. I did my best. But this is not about family incidents. This is about the idea of family. Do I still love my daughter? Of course I do. But you got to understand one thing in this world. You can't force anybody to do something that they don't want to do. Yeah, nobody gets to define what you consider your family. Exactly. I don't know how many years I got left. Nobody knows, but my years are where I want to be, who I want to be with, you know. And if something gets in the way of that, use your imagination. I'm going to fight that tooth and nail. I think you already know that. It's refreshing to see a healthy expat and PNA relationship built on mutual respect. We do. And we both have a sense of humor, too, which is great. I think that's really important. I could be pretty goofy when I want. I could be myself around her, you know. There's not a day that goes by I'm not singing some kind of a song or something. I might even go into a little dance or something. I mean, she knows I have a sense of humor. You got to have something that's there, not as a utilitarian relationship, you know, where your partner is your tool to get things done for you and shit like that. No, I would never have anything like that. I would never expect anything like that. Now, unfortunately, as I age, remember there's a 20-year difference. And for those out there that are older and have a younger wife or girlfriend, you'll understand that you know things tend to diminish as you get older, and you could develop health conditions. Maybe you can't walk or something, whatever it might be. She will be there if you got a good mate. And this is the way Filipinos are. That's one of the things that why a lot of people gravitate toward Filipinos because they are naturally uh, good caretakers, and she is a caretaker. She's my everything. But in reality, as I'm her caretaker, she is also my caretaker. Who cares if your lady has 8 kids? It's good to see that you provide for Gilda and the kids. Well, I provide for her 2 kids that live here, but we have contributed, you know, for different semesters of the kids that are in college, whether it's uniforms or some, you know, for the new semester they need some money. They don't live here, so they come here sporadically. One of her daughters, the second oldest, is here. and the rest of them, it's just the way it's going to work on Christmas, which is okay. We're not going to have the family over here. It's just going to be me and my girlfriend will be here on Christmas, which is okay for me. I don't want two big hooplas. You know, you got the Christmas, I got her birthday, and it's a big deal for her birthday because she's turning digits. And that's going to be the big hoorah. And that's where the good part of her family will be down here. Yeah, who cares how many kids she has? If people make issues of that, is that uncommon in the Philippines? Or not since I checked last. John Smith says, thumbs up to you, mate. My wife has a daughter, and I look at her as if she's my own. Yeah, they do really respect me, and that's really important. They're absolutely happy I'm taking care of their mom. They know I'm a good guy. I always emphasize to them, I'm not your father, but I like that you think of me as, you know, kind of a surrogate father, whatever. They do, and there's not one of her kids that disrespects me, not one of them, none of them, and that's a good feeling. I mean, it's kind of sad for me that I'm really not in touch with my daughter, but it's really not of my doing. If people think I hate my daughter, that's really wrong. I'll always love my daughter, but as I said, and my brother just died. Can you believe it? He died in March. It's already fucking December. And this is what I mean about time going by so fast. It's scary. You're living a dream, Frank. Every day is Christmas. Well, every day should be Christmas. Just appreciate, you don't have to, let me tell you something. As you get older, there's certain things you can't do anymore. And it's like, I live a pretty mundane life. You don't see me traveling all over the Philippines. It's not always necessary for me. Because frankly, and I've discussed this many times, I have different choices of where I want to go, but I've never ever come up with a conclusion or decision as to where I'd want to go and why. If it's all about beaches, then it don't make any sense to me because I could walk 8-minute walk to a beach right here. It's just I hate to say it's all the same. It's not all the same. There are really remote parts of the Philippines that are so extraordinarily beautiful and so geographically different from other parts of the Philippines from what I've seen, and big cliffs on a really rugged ocean with big rocks and big waves. And, I would never live in Surigao because I think that's a really big problem there. There goes the siren. It lets everybody know it's lunchtime. It's 12 o'clock. Can you hear that in the background? Well, you think you're in a concentration camp around here. Sand says it's easy to lament what is lost. Living in the moment and savoring what you have is golden. Well, that's true. 23 people strong, 8 thumbs up. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm not making a habit of this, people. I haven't been on for several weeks, so I proved that I can actually do it. You know, yeah. Just trying to take care of business at hand, as you would imagine. And I'm not going to really comment on all the legal shit. Let the lawyers battle it out and figure out what the hell they want to do. You know, I'm just in the equation, but, you know, there's certain things that make really a lot of sense that someone would do rather than not do, unless they want to see something not so good happen. And I'm not going to try to explain what I mean about that. Sometimes things come back at you in a bad way. I don't have to agree on anything, understand that. I will say that. I do not have to agree on anything. I don't have to give in to anything. I do not have to allow. Now, speaking of allow, and I really want to get into this, but I remember a statement from this guy. You never do a second case on me. I will not allow it. Now, is that the biggest, lamest statement you ever heard amongst many? Like he has the power to say that you can't put another case on him. How does he have that power? It's not going to happen. Well, a lot of things he thought wasn't going to happen that did. Look at the common sense on this, you know. Yeah, of course he's worried. I think we all need to clean our slates, is what it is. You know, because I don't think his girlfriend wants perjury charges on her because without me even putting pen to paper, that could happen. Now, I'm not going to go into that because I'm getting into legal stuff here. She made a very frivolous report, which to the immigration on me, as you all know, but we all know it was pressured by him. Again, that word became famous on here, coercion. We even got it on tape, and we other things too. But where this is going to go, I can't really tell you. But there are other avenues for me, fortunately. That's all I'm going to say on that. Um, Mazda 9 says simple. He just won't. John Smith says you don't always have to talk about the scumbag. There's more things, life in your family. I think that's exactly it. And Mazda 9 says simple. He just won't accept the case. Yeah, it's that simple. He's just not going to accept the case. He has that power? Really? Is he part of the legislature or something? He has that power. In other words, nobody could put another case on him, or I couldn't put another case on him because he doesn't want it? Is that a lame way of thinking or what? Mazda 9 says prisoners get served court orders all the time while in jail. Absolutely. All right, let's get off this goober for a little bit. Yeah, let's talk about family and holidays. It's been enough of this crap. I know the repetitive shit on his channel, and he's upset. In fact, I thought he'd bust an artery on Kevin's show the other day. I was waiting to hear a big squish and a big uh-oh. No, man, I'm calm. Nothing to do with meds. This is who I am, how I sound, and has nothing to do with meds or anything like that. I'm not going to allow him to get me upset. Just going to handle the matters at hand and, you know, see where it goes. I can't believe how fast Christmas. Well, I can't believe even my age. I believe my brother died last March. How time went by. I can't believe a lot of things. I mean, I don't know what it is. When you're a kid, time seems to drag by. The summer vacations are not really long in America, but they seem like it's a long time. But, you know, like you have a kid, next thing you know, they're like walking, talking, running around, speaking and understanding you. And it seems like a blink of the eye. Next thing you know, they're grown up and they got a career and job, they get married, they have kids. It's like, what the fuck? But there seems to be something when you get older. I don't know what it is, if it's true or not. But it seems to me that time goes faster as I age. Yeah, it seems like the other day it was only Thanksgiving. I know what you mean. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of scary. But no matter when it comes time for me, shit, I made it to the age I am now, and that's to say something. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't, and they're a lot younger than me. I look at Rickshaw. Kind of feel sorry for the guy because he's got multiple myeloma, and that's kind of strange. He's buying golf clubs and everything else, and most people with multiple myeloma only live about 5 years. In rare cases with great treatment, they might be able to push it 10 years, but you deteriorate slowly, and but the human spirit goes on while he's still alive, and I got to give him credit that you know he's talking about golf balls and playing golf and all that. I mean, life should go on until it can't anymore, right? Just because I'm a certain age doesn't mean I'm going to die tomorrow or next month or whatever. I wake up every day, and whatever the day brings me, it brings me. Good or bad, you don't have a choice really. Unless you want to do yourself in, you've got that choice. I wouldn't recommend it. But most people who are lonely would take their lives. Most people that are lonely are the ones that really are very rash and, like they're very outspoken in a horrible negative way to other people because they're not happy with their life. But you know what? We've always talked about that concept of loneliness on my channel, haven't we? Yeah. Uh, what dude? What dude you talk? Whatever happened to that dude? Yeah, if you wake up every day, it's all black because I'm not on camera, Adrian or Adrian. Yeah, so take every day and just, it don't matter what you do with your day, as long as you're around people who give a fuck about you. In this world, what I really feel for on different levels, a lot of lonely people out there, like Fazio was really lonely, and it was sad. It was his life. YouTube and drama and everything was his life, period. Period. Um, where was I going with this? There are people that are in ho- um, hospices that may not even have a family to come and say goodbye to them. You know, my brother died alone, and that was sad. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I wasn't there. How could I be there? Like 8,000, 10,000 miles away, and I had no clue. And the reason I had no clue is because I couldn't get a hold of him for a whole week. And that's unusual because we talked every couple of days. You hear people talking about, oh, you don't care about your own brother. Oh, shut the fuck up. Of course I do. I did. And of course, I have a family member that neglected to tell me. By the time I called her, I said, something's going wrong because he hasn't answered, and he always does. Then she stopped me in the middle of my sentence and said, Frankie, Alf died. Oh, thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling me. She even had his ashes. God, before he was even cold, she had his ashes. I had no idea my brother passed away. He had just had a friend come over there to visit him the same day, and I actually talked to him that same day, earlier, while his friend was visiting. It was later on that it happened. He sounded okay to me. So just to dispel that myth that I'm never in touch with him, every 2 to 3 days, like clockwork, always call them up. How are you doing? How's this medicine working? Did you get this doctor's appointment? Whatever. Always in touch with my brother. Always in touch. Don't listen to these trolls. They want to make me sound like I'm a cruel guy. Me and my brother had differences of opinions, but always cared for my brother, was always there for him. There's no funeral to go to because he was cremated, and I didn't even know he was dead. So you wonder why I don't talk to the remaining family members I have other than my uncle? That might be a good reason. That might just be a wonderful reason why. 11 thumbs up, right on. I'm an old dude, older dude. Uh, as I said, always in touch with him. It's usually about every 2 days, not three. And then somebody wrote me on Facebook Messenger, I haven't heard in a long time. It was somebody he knew that came by to visit him now and then. He said, uh, Frank, I came by today and something's not right. I said, what do you mean? His car ain't there. I've been calling his name. I don't know where he is. Something's wrong. And I put two and two together and I said, well, you're right. I tried to call him dozens and dozens of times. And he wasn't answering. He always answers, no matter what. So I knew something was wrong. So I had to call my sister because she's close to him. My sister. Oh, by the way, your brother's dead. Oh, thanks. Thanks for sharing it with me. So whoever out there with all these fucking trolls think that I'm a cold motherfucker. No, I'm not a cold motherfucker. I make the best effort with my family members of remaining. I always have. Always have. I was always the guy that was there, showing care, or trying to fix a problem. But when something's unfixable, then what can you do? Yeah. I think you'd be pissed off too if your family member died and your other family member did not inform you. But it really doesn't have to do totally with her, my sister. It has to do with her husband, who is very controlling of her. Yeah, very controlling. I don't call him, don't tell him anything. Fuck him. He's one of these fucking guineas, Guido type guy. My family didn't like him, he didn't like my family, and he was very controlling of my sister. But come on, that is cold. That is cold. Not to find a way to get a hold of your brother, whether she called my daughter and my daughter could have told me or something to say that your brother died and when and whatever. That was cold. That was just absolutely cold. Mazda9 says same thing happened between me and my older sister. She had died and had been buried before I even found out she had passed on. That's exactly what happened here. Adrian says, I hate the funeral industry. When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash. I used to joke about somebody dead. Put me in a barrel and throw gasoline on me and take my ashes. Did you know out here in the Philippines, you're not legally able to request your loved one's ashes? I don't know why, but they don't allow that. Mazda9 says, I'm the last one left in my family. Dad, mom, brother, and two sisters all gone. I'm the only one left alive. Feels kind of weird. Well, my daughter's alive, my sister's alive, and my uncle is alive. And as I said, he's 100 years and 5 months. And that's a pretty miraculous thing, really. You consider how many centurions are in the United States. Yeah. So, see, we're supposed to be living longer, but that's kind of changing because of the obesity problem. And that's really a big problem. I mean, I'm not knocking people who are obese. I'm just saying, what do you not understand about it? Are you that out of control? Other people have lost weight. Look at Big Kevin. The guy used to weigh, what, nearly 400 pounds. He's down to 280 or something. I think that's pretty good. Everybody could do it if they put their mind to it. Yeah, I'm the left to carry on the legacy, except my brother's kid, who has my last name, he can't have children. He's not exactly autistic, and tubular sclerosis, and you have to look it up. I believe that's what's called tubular sclerosis. And he doesn't act very mature, but he could drive a car, hold the job down, run his household, and it's really weird. But his mother, as a kid, forced a vasectomy on him. I didn't believe you could do that on your kid, because she didn't want him to get anyone pregnant and have other children that might have this problem. I thought that was cold. And I don't know if that's a way of thinking in Indiana, and that's the state she was from. But I can't believe she did that. Can't believe she did that. But she did. Tubular sclerosis? I don't know, man. He's like 45, 46 years old now. He's healthy. As far as I'm not in touch with him really, but it's something like that. It's an ill-forced vasectomy, yes. Yeah, he doesn't act mature. And he'll watch cartoons, and he actually doesn't know the value of money. Oh my God, he has a lot of money. He's been working for freaking over 30 years. He works at a hospital doing janitorial stuff. I don't know, at the medical lab. His mom, she died of some breast cancer and liver stuff. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to go in to fix it. And, you know, she bought him 2 cars, very nice SUVs. She gave him the parents' house, but he didn't want it. It brought back memories of the parents that died, the grandparents. Bought him his own house. It sold that one. He didn't like it. Something they moved and bought him another house. There's a trust fund set up with the father, stepfather, Butch. And believe me, there's millions. Because her mother, my brother's ex-wife, she had a lot of land, and land was given to pass down to her from, oh my God, her aunt, her father, and her mother was a real rich one, and she was the only child. And I've been to the house. It's in Wilkinson, Indiana. It's a beautiful looking farmhouse on about, I don't know, 8 acres. And it's a beautiful place. Of course, he inherited that. Doing very well. Now, Jesse, who is my brother's son, he doesn't understand the concept of money. I'd ask him something about how much he weighs, and he disassociated with his height. He doesn't understand money. Everything he does is with a debit card. Everything. He doesn't deal with money. He doesn't understand the concept of money. But yet he can drive a car safely, socialize. You know, he mostly uses a microwave. He doesn't really cook. He can keep on a job, and he's done this. The guy could retire. The job keeps him busy. He's put in enough years on his job to collect a pension, which he doesn't need. Everything was provided for him. Everything. Everything was provided for him. New cars, he had 2 of them, a couple of houses. If that didn't work for him, there's a trust fund set up for him. He has it made. He doesn't understand how much money he's got. He doesn't understand the concept of money. I know that might be hard to believe, some of you are all, yeah. Yeah. I used to not understand the weight of money. I'm now buying gold and silver. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a big guy. Bald head by choice. I swear he'd look like my brother. I swear if he had a head of hair on, I would see the resemblance a lot more. He looks like oh man. He's at least 6 foot tall or more. My brother was short. Comes from the side of his mother's family. The father of his grandfather. And what does he look like? He looks like a real bruiser, man. He has that scary look, and he has this smirk. I mean, he's the kind of guy that if you didn't understand him or know him, you came in a dark alley around him, you'd be scared to shit, you'd be pissing your pants. I'd be pissing my pants. He has that look. He has that look. Fortunately, he's not a violent guy, but he does have a temper, though. Okay, but enough. Okay, food ready? Okay. What are we going to have here for lunch? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da. Remember this? Still have it. Still have it, my friends. Remember, folks, life goes on, and you handle the good with the bad. That's what you do. But the one thing I have to say is you have to think very hard of the things that you do in life, Because the truth is, and you all know it, that there is consequences. Everything you do, there's consequences to things I do. There's consequences to things you do. It's whether you want to change that or not, which makes the difference. If some people are just stagnant or stubborn or they're always right, at least in their own mind they're always right, but even when they know they're wrong. But some people don't want to admit to any wrongdoings. And it wouldn't really, I'll be right in. They don't want to admit to their wrongdoings. What happens is they just get in worse trouble, or they repeat the same mistakes. No, cats, I'm sorry. No. Smell food. Look at them. And the baby. See the mama there with the big scratch on her right there? She's been that way for over a year and she's still alive. No kitties. Now, we normally would feed leftovers to them. I'm an animal lover. There's even a new baby right there. But we stopped feeding them because of the fact, and I'm an animal lover, but we had to draw the line here that we can't do this all the time because they're reproducing, mathematically. They are just reproducing. And next thing you know, we'd have 50 cats here. So I hope you understand that. No, we've been very good with these cats. Extra chicken bones, extra whatever, even giving them some of our dog food. But there's only so much I can do. Here's a little one. She's not looking to... If I was this other, I'd be throwing hot water on him. That's not who I am. You're not looking very nourished. There's both. All of them are related, except, 3 ones with the orange and white. They're all related. Not that one. Yeah. No, I like cats. I'm a dog lover, though. But I've been taking care of these cats for a long time. But the obvious happened. The obvious is that, well, they're reproducing. And they have disease. I carry fleas, all kinds of shit. And I can't, that my dogs get. And because of the fact that they're reproducing, I don't want them being dependent on us giving them food. These are Alabama cats. They're as useless can be. Rotted face and teeth. Oh, master. You're welcome, Bueno. Sometimes you do got to take out the trash. Like here. We got to take that out. We have another that's ready to go. Sometimes you do got to take out the trash. Guys, I can only take so much from anybody. That's just who I am. I'll let things go for a while, then something builds up and it gets really ugly. I get ugly. I don't want to do certain things, but sometimes your hand is forced. It's just the way it happens. When somebody doesn't know when to stop, when somebody doesn't know what they're doing is wrong, when they think they're above the law in every single way, it's time to say, you're not above the law. You glad you live in the Philippines? Yeah, I'm good with it. Hold on here, guys. Let me see. I smell curry or something here. What do I have? Oh, yes, I'm actually doing a show. What do we got? Chicken curry here? Like with potatoes and carrots and rice and everything. Nice. Now, I don't normally eat a lot of rice, but I usually put a little rice in here just to add to the meal. I'm not a big rice proponent. Frank has a new wrestling move, the Alabama Slammer. There we go. She's even serving me. My God, you don't have to do that, dear. Water, not soda. Can't drink that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to cut it out here because I don't want to have to share this. I don't want to have to, which I've done in the past. I've always eaten on my show in the past. don't get too used to it. This is a little cameo here. We're not concentrating on the certain issues here, so talk about life, talk about family, talk about the holidays. That's what it's all about. Yummy, 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 I got food in my tummy. And it doesn't come from... What's that outfit? What's that outfit? Oh, Food Panda. Food Panda. This is nice and healthy. You got boneless chicken, you got carrots, you got potatoes, a little bit of rice. Just glad I got to hear the golden voice of Dr. Frank. I will listen every time. Well, don't get too used to it. This is just a cameo. I proved I could be off this thing. Several weeks I haven't been on. So enjoy while I enjoy my succulent pieces of boneless chicken. Succulent. You say succulent, you know I love potatoes, right? Oh, I'm sure there'll be a show on pretty soon from somebody else, but God bless him, right? And a man's frustrated, you know. We'll know something soon enough, don't worry. But I think the only thing I can say on that situation, he better exercise his options. Not going to tell you why, but I think it would be wise. That's as far as I'm going with that. This is not a show about him. It's about family. We talked about brothers, sisters, relatives, people passing away. Clock ticking. Healthy carrots, see? That's the kind of food you gotta eat. Not Oreos. Not fast food chain food. It's horrible. You got enough health problems as it is. Why would you wanna go on that kind of diet, and all that? I don't know. And I don't really care. Okay, guys. Take care. See you around. I guess any information you're going to need regarding the situation, you'll have to hear from him, but I'm not going to guarantee you that it's going to be the truth. I think you know that. You know, shit happens, you know. Sometimes you have control of something, and sometimes you don't. The best thing I can tell you. Very good. There's going to be a quiet Christmas here this year, but it's going to be a noisy birthday coming up in January. All right, Mazda 9, Mr. San, Bueno Cano, Adrian. Who else we had in here? Yeah, I think that was it. Who else was in here? I always like to acknowledge. John Smith. Just going down here just to see. Chris Ray. So enjoy your holidays. Make the best of it. Remember, every time you get up in the morning, it's a good day, no matter what your situation is. Clint asked, that's right, I mentioned Clint here too. Just making sure I haven't missed out anybody on here. Oh, Barry. Hi, Barry. I'm sure you're out there somewhere. Okay, we're out of here. Surprise, surprise, a cameo just for my viewers. Imagine that. Oh, Popeye, you in on this? He's got to be, unless it's past his bedtime or something. He's been waiting impatiently.